Today I'm at the randomly picked place out of the 37th Walking Highlights draw. We're back in Dorset a year later to carry on along the coastal path. Today I'm in Charmouth in Dorset. I'll be starting at the Charmouth seafront car park, and then we'll make our way after the beach up the coastal path, and we should see some brilliant views looking back at Charmouth. And as we go, we'll be quite close to the front on the cliffs, and we'll climb all the way up to Golden Cap, which should be very impressive from looking over to Seatown and beyond. And then we'll carry on all the way to Seatown and make a decision if we're going to stop here and then get the bus back. It just depends on the situation of buses. Then we'll go up to the road, get the bus, take it all the way back to the top of Charmouth, and then walk down to the car. So join me on my walk to see how I get on. The village of Charmouth has an elegant mix of Regency houses and thatched cottages, which neatly line the steep streets. Jane Austen is known to have been a frequent visitor to Charmouth. Aside from beaches and fossils, the village itself is encapsulated by the Golden Cap Estate's rolling hills, pastoral fields, sunken lanes, ancient hedgerows, which all lie within the Dorset area of outstanding natural beauty. Its idyllic position on the coasts makes it a mecca for walkers and is home to some superb coastal and inland footpaths. Situated on the heart of the UNESCO World Heritage Jurassic Coast, an ancient coastline of dramatic cliffs, fossils and beautiful scenery. The beach is world renowned for its abundance of fossilised remains, and as such attracts scores of enthusiastic fossil hunters annually. Well, here we go. We're just walking towards the beach, and we've just left the Charmouth seafront car park, and this is the foreshore car park, so plenty of spaces here, folks. Got some information here. You know, I like these signs where it says "You are here." So the really important place we want to get a good view from is Golden Cap. So yeah, hopefully we can go all the way along here to around Seatown, and of course got to be mentioned information about Mary Anning. And then just on the right here we've got the Charmouth Heritage Coast Centre. So we're just going to go over that bridge, and then you've got East Beach over there. This is what we're on at the moment, is West Beach. So we've got the Southwest Coast Path. It's telling us Golden Cap 3 miles and Seatown 4 miles. But yeah, nice to just see the River Char again. As you can see, this is a very popular spot for paddle boarding, right at the mouth of Char River. And as you walk up here, you just get an absolute hit of the smell of barbies. If you'd like to learn about fossils, or perhaps you'd like to search for some, when I walked from Lyme Regis down to Charmouth, I briefly visited the Charmouth Heritage Coast Centre, and they can offer you help, advice, And they've got some great displays in there as well. And they even offer fossil hunting trips on the beach, because you never know what you might find. So here we go, we're cracking on and climbing up the first cliff, and I'm sure we'll get some brilliant views very soon, folks. Oh, look at that. Look at that, folks. And then I'll just give you a shot from over Charmouth. Something important to mention though, that recently there have been quite a few cliff slides, so it's so important that you don't get too close to the cliffs when you're on the beach, and obviously don't dig at the cliffs. So yeah. And look at this lovely gate. I think that's the nicest looking gate I've seen. And of course it says livestock in field, so please close gates. So very important that we abide to that. Right. Yeah, so we'll turn around here and look, it's a real gateway, that, isn't it? So just got the breath back a bit, but yeah, great shot, isn't it? And over there you can see Lyme Regis, and you've got the cob right there. Nice little steps with a sprinkling of bluebells. And there you go, a bit of a view over the Dorset countryside. Finished up the steps because it was a little bit of a climb there, and then just looking over there. So this is a real classic example of the cliff falls. You can see how dangerous it is, so you've really got to be mindful, folks. And very close here. It's nice to look at views, but you've just got to have that safe distance. Right, well, we've got 2 miles until we get to the Golden Cap. Yeah, not long. Wow. I don't know what words to use for this, but you've got your bench there, so you can have your picnic up here, and you have got a path going that way, but we'll obviously be going straight down here, and the surface is so dry, it almost feels like you're walking on uneven concrete. There's not much rain recently, has there? And down here there's plenty of steps. I've lost count, but just take your time. Nice bit of fresh air just hitting your face, and there's a nice little farm building nestled into this area. So that is a Golden Cap, so we're getting quite close. It feels like I've just done this bit, because you've got a barn building over there and you've got the Golden Cap in the same sort of distance away. Almost feels like you're in the Matrix. Went through a gate, but a nice bit of area of shade, and a little bit of stream going past here. But yeah, it's just a nice little scenic area, isn't it? Just checking in, as we've now got a bit of signal, but that's how we're doing at the moment. Right, I think it's only right that I treat myself to a drink. getting up this hill. Very important, isn't it, as I've said before, just to try and drink when you can. And what a view to witness at the same time. We're now entering a National Trust area. As we get closer now, the path on the way up makes more sense in terms of being clearer. Yeah, this will be an interesting climb, I must say. So before the actual climb commences, 3/4 of a mile, and you can see Seatown showing up now for 2 miles. So you go down some steps, you cross a little stream, and then you get some steps going up, and now we're on this. So yeah, I'm going to take my time up here. There's no point rushing climbing, is there? Just be well, yeah, just take your time. And a good old view from the back there as well. I mean, we are climbing at the moment, but it's not such a steep part. Yeah, lovely, really is. This is close, isn't it? Right on the edge. And someone out there, bit of surf, not surfing, but with their boat. This kind of part of the coastal path, it's only a matter of time, isn't it, until there will be diversions. Look at this. I like these. It just reminds me of someone's paving stones in their back garden. Nearly at the top. And the temperature at the moment around this area is 17 degrees. Just sitting down on a bench just before we get to the top. You've got another bench over there. But it's a bit misty today, but on a clearer day, no doubt you would see places like Seaton, Beer, Branscombe, maybe as far as Sidmouth. Because the coast goes all the way along there. You might just be able to make it out. And views on the left of you. These are quite big steps actually. So it's, at the moment I'm always like pressing my hand down on my knee just to get that amount of kind of, yeah, bit of a boost, I suppose you could call it. So I think after all this climbing, we've made it to the top, and a lot of people are up here, so it must be. And what's this say? Because I think I saw something like this online. That's just telling you about the coast path and Charmouth, and I think just about see the mileage on that. But yeah, we'll step over here. Lovely breeze, and oh wow, I'll show you over here. Oh, it's lovely, that breeze. There we go, look. There we are. And I think that's Seatown down there. Oh, it's truly phenomenal, isn't it? The distance from us and down there, and you know how small the coastline looks. Luckily some people just vacated But yeah, let's get the lunch all organised. So I've got this with me. This is great because it folds up really small and you unravel it and then you can sit down on this. So even if it's, you know, the ground's a bit wet, you've got that great little seat. So today, what we got in the lunchbox? Right, I have got 2 ham salad sandwiches. I've got some bracoras. I've got some carrot and hummus just to keep me going. And of course, got the hand wipes as well. But yes, right, what a lovely spot to have your lunch. So, I'll join you in a bit. And just before we leave Golden Cap, really like this little marker up here. Nice. And what another spectacular view up here. Truly just incredible, isn't it? And also, we'll just zoom in a moment. There was another landfall down there. You might be able to see the rocks at the bottom there, but you can see that the beach kind of gets a bit narrow around that area. Well, we've just come across one of these Ordnance Survey markers and spotted one of these up in Bampton, didn't we, on part 2. There we go. So as Adrian commented, thanks again for letting me know about that. But yeah, we're seeing more of these now, aren't we? I like that array of red plants. So we can go that way, but we want to go this way to Seatown. Now it's become a steep decline. I like the formation of this. Almost reminds me like a spider or something, doesn't it? The decision will have to be made soon about carrying on from Seatown to West Bay. There's more buses at West Bay, but it depends because it's a Sunday, so I'm going to check that out when we arrive at Seatown, and we'll see what we think, because we might have to, if it's not a good situation with buses, then we would have to you know, walk all the way back. And then looking back at the Golden Cap, so just a half a mile down to Seatown. Bit of change of scenery in the woods, and nice and cool in here. And I'm really impressed the way they have kept these paths so well maintained. Right, well, we've hit a road, so presumably, yeah, it would be of course down this way. So we'll go down to the centre of Seatown. Golden Cap Holiday Park. So good to know, you've got all of those particular options there as well. And they've already started getting the coast path diversion signs around here, but there's not much of a diversion, is there, on the route so far? But that's a lovely house, isn't it? Lovely view here, nice introduction. Then you've got the Seatown car park open till dusk from 9 AM. but different months will apply to when it closes. There's a shepherd's hut up there as well with a sauna. So you've got the River Winifred here, and just up there you have got some public toilets. So being a Sunday today, there is a limited bus service, which is understandable. Looking online, been able to find a bus up the road, a 20-minute walk from here at Chiddick Bridge, leaving at 6:58, and should be able to get on that. So the time is 20 to 5 at the moment, so got quite a bit of time to spare, but it'd just be nice to just sit here and enjoy this lovely weather at the beach. Although small, Seatown has a very interesting past that many visitors are unaware of. 150 years or so ago, Seatown had a number of fishermen working directly from the beach, which provided great trade for locals during the day. As night fell, the local trade being plied along this stretch of coastline was very different. Smuggling of contraband and illegal cargo was taken into Seatown regularly on small rowing boats, as many of the smugglers adopted the area as a safe haven from the authorities. Having a quick little walk around the beach, and then I think it's a great excuse today to go in the pub for a shandy. A big shout out to Seatown Slice, and they do of course pizza on the beach. There you go, with a view of this lovely beach. There we go, Anchor Inn has its cliff bar, and Seatown Slice is all part of the same company. Right, we'll go up here and you'll see this is going to be awesome. Look at that, you've got your outside bar there, and you've got some just a brilliant view of the beach whilst you have your drink. Love it. That's going down well nicely, and this is the Seatown Slice menu with some interesting names as well, quite comical, and you can choose a dip to go with it if you please. So that would be the next part of the coastal path, so you never know, I might come back and carry on. Right, climbing up the road now and hoping the bus will arrive, because if it doesn't, it will be a 4-mile walk back on the coastal path. Right, it's just arrived. Brilliant. Well, on the bus, so I'll give you my thoughts when I get back to Charmouth. Well, there we go, the walk is complete. I did 9.45 kilometres, and it does feel more than that, to be honest. I think it's just because of the terrain, isn't it? But it's not just a great beach to visit, Charmouth, but for learning about fossils, because you've got the Charmouth Heritage Coast Centre. And of course, what's brilliant is, you know, you can go on these fossil hunting tours that they do. It's really worth checking out that place. So the terrain, it was uneven at times, and it's really challenging, very challenging, as you could see. There's these big inclines and declines, that you've got to tackle. And of course the coast path does go very close to the cliff edge, so you've got to be very careful at times, you know, so you've just got to watch yourself, as I gave an example of one of the cracks that we saw, so just please be careful. But there's some beautiful shots to see, you know. Got up to the Golden Cap, and the views over Seatown were just terrific, weren't they? And of course the other side that you can see for a long way along the coast. What a perfect stop up there for your lunch, you know, you could be up there a while. And then of course you've got the Dorset countryside views around you as well. Now the signal isn't great at times, so because you're dipping in and out a bit, so there will be times when the signal does come back, so just be mindful that you won't have signal all the time. That's why I couldn't give you the progress of how we're doing that much. But Seatown's a lovely pebble beach, the Anchor Inn pub, and now the Cliff Bar is great, because if the weather's good it'll be open, but also you can enjoy a fresh made pizza with a drink. Now even if the bar is closed up there, that part of the pub, you can still sit out there and enjoy the views and scenery. Parking, so you have to use coins or using the Just Park app. You can also go on their website, I believe, and there's just plenty of parking, and being an overflow, it's great. Getting back, of course, use the X53, but I would check times before setting off, so you know what to expect, because of obviously being a Sunday it was limited, but didn't get all the way to West Bay because of, as I say, the limited service. If it was a different day it would be different, but glad we did what we did. And just to mention about the bus stop at Chiddock, so that took about 20 minutes to walk up the road, and you turn right and you see the first bus stop on the left, and then the bus stop on the right which you need is only a short walk from that other, really is just a short few paces down the other side of the road. So yeah, that was easy to find. And also just to mention that the distance that I have quoted today included doing the coastal path, walking to the bus, and then walking back down from the top of Charmouth to the car park. Getting here is mostly along the A35, so it's pretty straightforward, you know, basically. And if you haven't watched the Lyme Regis video, strongly recommend watching that, because as I say, that's the previous part of the coastal path, so definitely check that out if you haven't already. But yeah, it's been a wonderful day. It's been challenging, so it's not going to be a part of the coastal path ideal for lots of people, you know, just because of how it is. But it's been great being back in Dorset. Really enjoyed, to be honest, I really enjoyed it today. Just incredible part of the coastal path, this, isn't it, in Dorset. Yeah, thank you very much indeed for watching today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, so I know that you appreciated it, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, as that helps me a great deal. So look out for the next Walking Highlights draw. That will be coming soon, and join me for another walking journey very soon. And it's bye bye from me in Charmouth.